Hello, this is CoasterTakes Thorpe Park and Chessington edition.
Double theme park day.
Double theme park day today. Reason being, we...
What? Half an hour's time?
Yes, we're about to do a behind-the-scenes tour of the Vampire in Chessington. And that's our first ever, behind-the-scenes
It's cool
thing.
to do because it's so iconic as well, so, yeah.
But we've never done it, even though, we're both Merlin Pass holders, these VIP experiences are cheaper with that, so we just thought, and we recently celebrated our 1 year anniversary, so we wanted something that was quite a little bit different. But obviously we go to theme parks all the time, that's just what we enjoy doing. So we started off the day at Thorpe Park. We got there about 5-10 minutes after road
Just
drop.
after opening, yeah.
Yeah. And what did we ride? First ride was Stealth. We really wanted to have a good wake-up call, which is...
we were both quite tired when we woke up this morning, so...
Stealth was riding excellent.
It always does. It's...
Well, I think a few months ago it had a small...
It was rattly.
It was a small rattle, I'd say, yeah. But it's running so smooth. The launch is still kicking.
You got to make the most of it as well, because you have no idea how long it's going to stick around for, to be fair. So
yeah, I think with all the hydraulic launch coasters around the world all having problems, and like you were saying in the park, it doesn't feel like a rare occasion because you got Stealth.
With Stealth and Rita in the same country, yes, both have had their issues, but as people, as Brits, we're both I don't know what people are on about, they're dying breed, because we still got two here, very, very iconic.
Yes.
And, people, we ride them all the time.
Yes.
But in reality, no, I think it's Stealth's one of 8 left in operation or something like that. So there's not many left, so...
yeah, definitely make the most of any hydraulic launch coasters on the go. They're probably my favourite. They're my favourite type of launches, as well as LIMs on Premier rides.
I like the pneumatic launches on SNS launches, though. SNS launch coasters are so good.
Well, I haven't done one.
Soon, hopefully soon you get one.
So we rode Stealth first, and then what was after that? Swarm, yeah. We met up with another member of the CoasterTakes family.
Of the CoasterTakes Brotherhood.
Yes. I've never met him before, but it was somebody who recently was on Tom's Scandinavia tour with CoasterTakes. So it was, shout out to James, but it was very nice to meet another person from the family. And then we all went and rode the Swarm. Swarm was beautifully smooth, as usual.
We'll come on to why that's important in a minute.
Yeah, no, Swarm was really, really smooth, wasn't it?
It always is. It always. I think it's the smoothest out of all the wings, of all the B&M wings. It's definitely the smoothest.
I don't know how many. I haven't been on that many.
I've done. If I can count in my head, I think I've done 7. This is definitely the smoothest.
Especially for myself, I rode Gatekeeper at Cedar Point a month or 2 ago, and I remember Tom, he said to me, the Swarm's better, and I thought, surely not. Look at that layout, look at how the keys going over the archways into Cedar Point,
it just
so
doesn't
iconic.
do anything, though.
Yeah, but even Gatekeeper was bouncy.
Yeah.
Gatekeeper was bouncy. Swarm is not bouncy at all, it's beautifully smooth. And then
we did that, and then Hyperia took an hour to open.
Classic.
Which is classic.
Yeah, it's classic Hyperia.
We did the single rider queue for that, and that was how long did we wait for that? About 25 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'd say about half an hour. Yeah.
Half an hour, 25 minutes. And you got a row 3 ride, I got a row 2 ride.
Actually, I don't think I said, but whilst I was on it, I was sat next to a girl. I always ask, have you ever ridden a coaster before? And she said, no, I haven't ridden Hyperia before. She said, is it scary? I said, well, the first drop is,
just hold on.
Yeah, I would hold on the first drop, but I said for the rest, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, no problem.
I'll still go by my statement with that first drop. It's the best first drop in the world.
One of, I'd say.
I'd say is the best first drop.
But yeah, she didn't. When we got to the stall on Hyperia, I was hands up the whole time. But when we got to the stall, I literally said to her, I went, let go, and then she went, ah. And then she was like, and she was clapping at the end. She was like, I'm so glad I let go. That was amazing. I was
That's
clapping
good.
for her. I was like, good for you. Yeah, it was, a few months ago, it was running
Really bad.
really rough. Apparently it was after the new wheels got put on.
It wasn't just the new wheels, there's new bracing on the train's
Yes.
seats, which was added, and that made it a lot worse. But now that's gone, it's fine again.
Yeah, I feel like
fine.
it's running back to what it was originally.
It's how a Mac ride, I think it's how a Mac coaster tends to run, like really. And you can't expect Hyperion to be glass smooth just because of how big it is. And how
The
fast it is.
speed on it, yeah, the speed on it,
it's something.
yeah, you can't, yeah, it's a very special ride for myself and Tom though, because you know that's where we first met, that's where our first kiss was as well, so it's a very you're so embarrassed to say that, but yeah, so it's a really important coaster for the UK as well. You know, it's
Big
the
deal.
tallest and fastest in the UK. It broke the record, taking it from the big one
It
in
took
Blackpool
30
Pleasure
years.
Beach.
It's the
Yes,
biggest coaster built by Mac Rides as well. So
it's a very important coaster for the UK theme park industry.
yeah, we did.
And then we rode
Nemesis Inferno as well. We did a front row ride on
Yes,
that.
we did wait for a front row. We never really do that, do we, to be honest?
And it just confirms that the back row is where it's at on that thing, because the front row didn't really feel like it did a whole lot. It was significantly rougher in the front as well, I think. It's not bad. But it's fine.
Yeah, I thought that as well. But we were discussing in the queue line, you know, what are they going to do when Nemesis Inferno comes to the end of its shelf life? Because, you know, I don't think it sounds bad, but I don't think it deserves.
I think they'll tear it down.
I don't think it deserves the Reborn treatment. Like, I don't want it to.
No.
Nemesis Inferno Reborn.
I don't know. Anyway,
No.
from there we left the parks.
Yeah,
and
went for a meal deal, and then
we went for a meal deal at Sainsbury's, and then we drove. What was it? 40 minutes to Chessington, because the M25 traffic, as we all know, is basically a car park, so it's just crap.
And this is where we're currently filming from as well. We're actually in the Safari Hotel,
Yeah, which is lovely, by the way. It is lovely.
Behind us, we've got some lovely zebras and ostriches. Is that ostriches or is it emus?
I saw an ostrich, or I can't remember, but there's some zebras and
The
there's an
big
emu, and
birds.
There's like things around.
Yes.
Anywho, so we got here because we wanted to do a few rides before the tour this evening.
Yes.
Which, by the way, we need to go for soon. And then we started with a back row vampire ride, which was alright, wasn't it? It was alright.
Yeah, no, that first vampire ride we did today was probably the best I've ever experienced it. It was very smooth, the swings were good.
And it's
Well, I say very smooth.
And it's the first time this season that we got a full ride on it, because when we did it in May, we got evacuated from the bottom of the second lift.
Yes. So we did have a sneaky behind the scenes tour then, kind of thing, with being evac from there.
And then we went straight from there to Mandramayan, which this is where.
What is with that? Why?
Why? What is with B&M in general?
Well, for some of the ride, I rode up. I think most of our rides today are Mandrill, because everything was very, very quiet here today. Everything was 5 minutes
It
or
was
less.
walk on everywhere.
And I think for most of my rides today, I'd sat in the innie seat, and Tom was like, you know, it's really bad. And I said, it can't be that bad. And then, you know, we started switching about.
Yeah, by the end of the day, we did 3 rides back to back without leaving the train.
It's so bouncy. Why?
It's like in the middle seat, it's bouncy, but it's tolerable. On the outside seat, it is horrendous. Like, it's so rough.
We were
It's
discussing
so rough.
like what the, you know, what some of the worst, because 2 of the worst B&Ms that everybody knows is Penguin Track at SeaWorld Orlando, or
Phoenix Rising as well.
People do say about Phoenix Rising in Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay.
and
I didn't think it was that.
Phoenix Rising was bad when we first did it.
And then I've ridden Iron Menace in Dorney Park as well, which I thought was
Awful.
yes. Again, because it's a big. I don't understand though, because you know, if you look at like Oblivion at Alton Towers, that goes underground. Like, why is that so
No,
smooth?
And you go back, you look at the Swarm, which is 11 years older
yeah,
than Mandrill, and it's like, obviously, it could have opened yesterday, it was that smooth. And then, I swear, what on earth is going on? It's just so, it's borderline unbearable
it's
at
the
times.
like on the straight bits of track.
It's
Mandrill
fine.
Mayhem is great.
It's when it turns right or left.
If it turns-
is when it is dreadful.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like
God.
the only bit that isn't rough is probably the spike, and then that straight bit going up to the
The
Jaguar
helix,
Shrine. Yeah.
going into the helix. It's just
Yeah.
like, I don't get it.
No.
Yeah, we still
Um,
ended up lapping it because
it was
that's
dead,
the only thing we
so,
lap. And then we did
Dragon's Fury.
Dragon's Fury, which I don't know what the hell they've done. We were on our own in one of the cars, the car was completely off balance, and we barely spun. What is
Yeah.
going on? Because
Yeah,
we've done it
very.
before.
It was a very mellow ride for us on
We've done it
Dragon's
before where we've ridden that completely off balance, and it was more intense than Ride to Happiness.
Fury. Yeah,
Like,
yes,
honestly.
yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was crazy. But not Mandrill. I found Dragon's Fury to be quite graceful today.
It was quite
to be honest,
boring, wasn't it?
It was
We were
just
having a
chilling.
chat. We were just
Yeah, we
having
were
a
literally
chat.
chatting on the coaster. It was like, oh, this is nice. Oh, this is nice.
Mm.
Oh, this is nice. And that was the end of it.
That was the end of that.
Yes. So we opted not to ride that again. We also rode.
We rode Vampire again.
Yes.
Yeah.
We rode Tomb Blaster, completely
By
zen ride.
ourselves?
Yes. We rode Tomb Blaster because throughout today it's like rained a lot as well.
There's been thunderstorms as well.
There's been thunder and lightning, and we actually rode Vampire during the thunder and lightning. We were on the very last train before they shut it off for the weather delay. So when we were going up the second lift hill, it was cracks of thunder and flashes of lightning, and it was like, oh, which was really, really cool. But
they were right to shut it down afterwards.
yes. But Tomb Blaster, everything was working. So it was a really good run on Tomb
Probably
Blaster.
the best run through I've had on it, to be honest.
Yeah, but it was really weird being there, just us and
Yeah.
nobody else. It just felt a bit. No one was in the station.
Shout out
nothing.
to the Fuji ride off though.
Yes, the ride up was great. Yeah, we were discussing coasters whilst we were getting our lap bars checked and whatnot. So I also rode the river rafts solo, which is a baby tiny log flume.
And you got off.
I was soaking, but it was raining, so it's like why not? But because I have Log Ride, the app to log all of your coasters, I also log all my dock rides and drop towers and everything. And I'd never been on the river rafts in Chessington, so I gave that a good shot. Tom went to go get a coffee whilst we did that, or I did that. It was quite cute actually. I think it's good for the kids and the families.
See, I've been on it before because before it was at Chessy, it used to be at Weymouth Sea Life, and I did that when I was a kid, and I remember getting absolutely soaking. So,
And it was really cute actually. There was a mum and daughter, they'd just come off as I was going on, and then the little daughter was like, again, and the mum was going, no, let's go and do something else. And then once I'd got in my little boat and gone out of the station, they were back on again and going, yay, and the mum was going, oh god, why? Which was quite funny. And we ended up going back again to Mandrill.
and that's what leads us to here.
Yes, so in about 5 minutes we're going to go into the VIP lounge, and we're going to go and get ready for our Vampire VIP experience. I think we'll do a CoasterTakes afterwards as well. This was just strictly about the 2 theme parks that we've been to today, but I think we'll do our first ever VIP experience within a Merlin park, and hopefully this leads to us doing more behind the scenes, maybe going and doing a coaster climb. We've always wanted to do one of those.
They're quite expensive, but I'd say they'd definitely be worth it.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling tonight's going to be really good.
I really hope so. Yeah, it looks really interesting. So yes, thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon. See you later.